M-Dog Gaming.
Welcome, this is M-Dog. We're going to look at Hearthstone here. Another arena run today. We had Warrior as an option, so after having a good time yesterday with the Druid, and we've also done a Shaman arena run recently, we've continued to be tempted back to the Warrior, and we're going to give it another try here today. So let's look at our first choice here. I was watching somebody yesterday that had one of these Cold Light Oracles in their, had two of them in their rogue deck. This was constructed. And it was pretty nasty, they always had so many cards to choose from. I mean, I guess the downside is your opponent does as well, but it made me see this card in a little different light. But I think we're going to go with Alchemist here. Warsong Commander is probably the play, although I do like the Tauren Warrior. The Yeti is pretty high on my list. It takes a... I mean, there are a few cards that I would choose over the Yeti. A weapon I would choose over the Yeti on a Warrior deck right now. But the Yeti's pretty strong. So we have a 2-3 and a 4. Nice spread right now. We could get the 6, or we could get the 1. We really don't care about the spell damage. And that's not the best 2. It's okay, but I think the choice here is 1. The 4 attack on a 6 is so low, and we're not benefiting from the spell damage. This is interesting. This is, we could get a 6 here. The Warden is okay. 7 health on a 4 mana card with taunt. And I actually like the Cult Master alright as well. We'll be throwing a lot of minions at the board, it's looking like. So if we can time the Cult Master right, it's a pretty decent play. But I want to make sure we have a, one good 6 at least. So we've got removal with the Cobra or Mortal Strike. We'll go Mortal Strike. Fairy Dragon, one of the better 2s. This and the Ooze are 2 of my favorite 2s. Instead of 3-2, you can go 2-3 with the Croc, or we can get a second 1 and get some charge. If you're going to have a 1-cost mana minion, it is nice if they have charge, even though this is only doing 1 damage. That's an alright guy there. We'll go there. Okay. I think we're going to get Slam. We need to be able to draw cards in this deck. So now we're really low on 3s. Not crazy about the Cobra. Here's another 6. Now this one only has 4 attack as well, but it's got charge with a shield on it, so that can be pretty good. Don't necessarily want another 2, especially since it's the Swordsmith. It's an okay card, I think, but the Cobra is the removal. Definitely can change things, and this is showing that we need more 3, so we're going to go Cobra there. Definitely War Axe, doesn't matter what the other choices are. think we're going to go Taskmaster. There's plenty of time left to draft other cards. Silver Moon Guardian is okay. I don't like Whirlwind that much. It's an okay 6. Right now for 4, all we have is a Yeti in terms of minions. So let's go Guardian. There's another Warsong Commander. That would be our second. It's worth getting 2 of them. One thing that's nice about the Drake is another ability to draw a card. And we don't have any 5s, so if that's the choice, that's what we'll do. Arcanite all day. I like the Frost Elemental alright for a 6. The Gnomish Engineer again is card draw. The Raptor's another strong 2. This is going to be a tough choice. Right now for 4s we have 2 minions. Gnomish Engineer is not the best in terms of stats, but drawing cards is so important. We only have 1 6. And this isn't as good, but it freezes upon entering the battlefield. It's pretty nice. And right now we only have 3 2s that are minions. And only 1 that statistically, or attack and defense, is as good as the dragon. I'm sorry, as good as the Raptor, so that one's tempting as well. We're going to go draw a card though. Pretty easy choice here. Let's look at this 4 though. 3 3. If you look at our other 4s, 4 5, 2 4, 3 3 with the shield. So this is like a Silver Moon Guardian, but the difference is this also equips a 2/2 weapon. I'm tempted to get the Ghoul here simply because I misplayed the Ghoul so horribly in one of those matches last night that I had with I think the second Druid deck I ran. And it was really embarrassing, and so I'm almost just wanting to get it just to make myself do better with it. I think I will. This guy makes me a little nervous, but it's the only one that... I mean, a 3/3/3 is fine. It's a little weak. Well, not compared to what we have, but it's not the best 3. The only thing you're getting there is other pirates have 1/1, but we don't have any pirates right now. I guess we're going to go Mountain Giant, though. It's one of my least favorite big cards. So dependent on what you have in your hand. Here's more card draw and armor. It's very good. We do have these... Okay, we only have 1 Cruel Taskmaster right now, and we don't have any of the abilities, so... I don't know. I do like the Berserker, though. If you can damage it with the Taskmaster or with another ability, that gives you 5/2, ideally. And a 2 mana cost 5/2 is pretty strong, but we're going to go Shield Block. We've got 9 more choices here. We'll go Berserker here, another 3. We might need 1 more big card. Especially if it was a 5, I'd say. Alright, I really like the Ooze. But to get another weapon out, weapons are so good in trading. Oh, it's tough. Look at the mana difference, though. This is a 3/2, and this is a 4. I mean, sorry, it's 3/2, and this is a 3/3. This only costs 2, this costs 4. Yeah, you're getting 2/2 more, so even if you say, okay, it's a 5/3, or however you want to look at that, but this is a 2 mana cost. Another good 2 card. I think we're going to go Ooze here. Talk myself into it. Now it's a choice between a 3 and a 4. And we'll probably go here. Even though I really like the Dark Iron Dwarf, it'd be nice to have, you know, maybe at least once in the run this will come up with the Cruel Taskmaster. Now we need... okay, here we go. Inner Rage. We've got 5 more cards to choose. Here's a taunt, a taunt that we don't have. We were just talking about getting another 6. Mad Bomber's alright. Roll the dice with the Mad Bomber. Again, a 3/2 for a 2. It's just another one of the good 2s. But let's look at this. For 6, we've only got 1 card. We've got 2 5s, and we've got, you know, some of everything else pretty much. So unfortunately, as much as I'd like to get the bomber here, and I think that the Lord of the Arena is the right choice. Now we get a 7 choice, which we don't have one, or another 2 that has charge. It's pretty nice. 5 with taunt, so some good choices here. We only have one 7+, and that's the Mountain Giant. So to have the Ogre, it's a 6/7, and the Golem, that's a 7/7, to have them both available could be decent. I'm not sure how many times games are going to go that long to get them both out, but they could. We're gonna skip. We're actually really light in comparison to what my warrior deck usually looks like in arena. What we're really light on is charge, but this one bluegill warrior is not going to make a difference. So I think it's between these two, and actually thinking about that and how little charge we have, I think we're going to go Fen Creeper there. Here's a charge option, or we could go Blood Cell Raider. And okay, let's say we have we only have one Fiery Axe, so it's more likely if we have a weapon equipped that it'll be either Fiery Axe, Weaponsmith, or we do have one Arcanite Ripper. So let's say we have the lowest one. It's a 2. It's a 2/2 weapon, and we're able to put this out. So that would make this a 4/3/2. That's pretty good. Or we could go 3 here and get charge, or 6 and get charge. Another 6 would be alright. It does have charge, so you do some quick damage, but it's just not going to survive. This doesn't have charge, but for 2 mana, if you have a weapon equipped, it's a pretty good card. I never get that card, so I'm going to try it this time, since we don't have all of our normal elites that have the charge, the warrior elites anyway. So we only have 2 more choices here. It's pretty good, restoring health to all friendly characters. In some situations that can be helpful. I've stayed away from that card in the past, but I've started to come around on it. I've just seen it used pretty effectively. We do not have a lot of removal. I don't think we need this 3/3 taunt, but it might be nice to have the damage that comes in upon playing the Rifleman, especially with so little charge right now. I think we will go Rifleman there. It's our last chance. We definitely don't want another Mountain Giant, so we're probably just going to have to get Molten Giant. At least in theory, this is one of my least favorite warrior decks I've ever put together in Arena. And I think there's 2 reasons for that. One, I just love the elites that are the 4 mana cost, 4/3 with charge. We don't have any of them. For me, that's a staple of the warrior arena runs that I've seen, that I've gone on at least. And the other thing is we have not enough weapons. We have 1 Fiery War Axe, 1 Weaponsmith with a 2/2, and 1 Arcanite Reaper. You know, normally you get at least 2 Fiery War Axes, sometimes 2 Reapers, and sometimes the Gorehowl. So we will see how this goes. And we are really minion heavy. We'll have to take a look at that between matches. I don't think we have hardly any spells, any of the warrior abilities. I mean, we've got, I think, 1 armor up to draw the card and get the 5 armor, and I think we've got 1 inner rage.
Geralt versus conduit.
Got very little removal.
The light shall bring victory.
We've got decent minions, but
Greetings.
we'll play the
Greetings.
tusk, see what the priest does. Probably just armor up round 2. Or we could go ahead and get out the rifleman. It's too bad we don't have a way to we've got so many 3 cards, you know, we kind of might as well go ahead and get out another a second card here. I think the rifleman's probably the play, although I'm not sure. What's this? Whenever a minion takes damage, gain 1 attack. We'll do that. Alright, so I paused recording there for a second, but they just played the owl and silenced the berserker. So we'll trade with the owl. 1, 2. The question is what I want to play next. The other thing we could do if we're going to play the rifleman, of course, is not trade.
Locked and loaded. I strike.
I don't think we want any more minions than that on the table right now, though. With all of the priest's removal. Unless we're just going to go for an early push. You know, he heals himself. I mean, we're not doing that much damage, but we'll see how it goes. Turn 4, only thing we have is Mortal Strike or another 3 mana cost minion, which I'm not necessarily feeling right now. We don't have a weapon equipped. The problem with this guy is we have such small minions out here. If we let him, he'll just slowly pick us all off. And right now we only have 5 damage. We could drop Mortal Strike and then kill it with you know, these 2. We don't want to let him buff that up. But we are letting a 4 mana card, 3, 4, basically cost 8 mana to kill. But I don't see any way around that, really. How much damage can we get in?
I must choose.
We can only attack us 1 time. I think we'll...
I strike. Fire.
We'll sit on it for a turn and see what we draw. He can trade if he wants. Go ahead and trade with probably the rifleman here, according to what he cast. My only concern was that if he, let's say he's able to double the Snapjaw's health, or give it +2 health even and draw a card, it just becomes that much more of a problem. Now he'll probably come right at us. I would think. I would. If I was him, I would just attack to the face and then let me figure out what to do, because we can't take 7 damage every turn. We need an owl or something to silence, and we just don't have them in this deck, I don't think. So we have 5. we could go Warsong Commander Ooze, and that would definitely give us
Charge forward!
some more stuff on the board here. So we can get here. That would leave 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's pretty much going to be all 3 of them. Or we're doing 8 damage now. If we want to trade one more time, I think we do, because next turn we'll be doing 10 damage if he doesn't remove anything. And the only thing we have to be careful with, and I said this last time, but the priests do have some good buffing cards, and if he doubles this thing's health and the attack is going to be equal to his health, it's going to be a 14 attack all of a sudden with 14 health, and we'll never get rid of it. But he's down to 15 health, so
Your magic shall not save you.
okay. That saves him from me being able to do massive amounts of damage next turn. And he is going to trade a little bit, so he's going to heal it up to 6, and we're going to have a decision to make. I think we do 4 damage to it and then take it out with our rifleman. Well, we can also enrage now, but we don't have this. The Warsong Commander's been silent, so that doesn't work. All right, so we're gonna go 4 there. He's got 2 health left. We'll take it down with the rifleman. We could take him down to 2 health and then take that out there, or we could save that. 3 health. It's only got 4 attack. We're still doing more attack than he is, so we're gonna go aggressive here. Again, I'm not sure that our deck is very likely to hang in there for too long with the priest. I think he's still in a pretty strong position here. He's down 15 health, but he's able to heal himself so much with both his ability and minions, so and spells. Finally, we get a weapon. That's going to put this at 5 attack.
X marks the spot.
We still have 3. And this lets us trade here if we want to. We still have 3. If we trade there, we could then get him down to 4. Probably not going to do anything with that. We'll trade there. And I think get this one out. And again, attack with these. Did not think about this though. Well, if he takes this out, which he probably will, if he trades there, then we can enrage. If it's still alive, we can enrage our Worgen, and that'll give us Wind Fury, and it'll be a 4/2. So that's 8 damage just with that one card next turn. Looks like he might have another silence. No, he's going to just destroy it. Leaves him 6 mana. He can just trade here, and he'll be in pretty good shape. We're going to have to go Drake next turn, unless we just get a really good card draw. I do think he'll want to trade here, though. Even though he's given up a 5 for a 2, he already got the healing out of it, and he just can't imagine him leaving this 5 damage out here unless he has another spell to remove it with. He's holding back a lot, which probably means... There you go, you gotta trade that. So we can get 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on him right now. We're gonna do this and draw a card. Another weapon, that's good. Alright, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. And then we can armor up.
sword!
Job done. He's down to 5 health. I mean, all we have to do is, if we have any damage from minions, all we need is, if he heals himself once, he'd have 7. We would just need 2 damage and then draw the Arcanite Ripper or whatever it's called, the other weapon, and it's game over. So that's down to 3 health. Let's see if he heals himself or heals the ogre, or if he has a way to do both. If he does not heal the ogre, then we may have to, when we equip this weapon, we may have to go ahead and attack the ogre and take it out, trade it.
I wonder.
I don't think we can leave a card that size up. So he heals himself there. He's still got 7 mana. He may be able to clear our board. See what else he has. This match is just right on the verge of going south for us. The problem is you got to figure the first card we put out that is a decent card, he's going to mind control it. Alright, so we know we want to do this. That leaves us 5.
Try this!
So we have 2, 3, and this technically could be a 4 damage. So it would be 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's game over.
Back to work! For the well sword! Ruktar Ogre! Well played.
Let's see, we had 21 health and 2 armor. We would have made it through one more turn. We probably had one turn, maybe 2 to finish him, or we would have lost. That was very close. Even though it seemed like we were winning the whole time, it was very close. Golden shield block, that's pretty cool. All right. Let's get this rolling again. So we're at 1 win, no losses. On the deck that I just don't know about. I don't know how to play a warrior deck without charge in it. I guess I'm kind of
Garrosh versus Thrall!
only kind of got one way of thinking about the warrior deck, and it includes weapons and charge, and there aren't enough weapons and there aren't enough charge in this one, so I don't know what to expect. Went from bad to worse. Went from bad to worse on that draw. Yeah, we'll see at turn 3. See if we can distract him.
Greetings.
Please don't put a fairy out. Thank you.
Greetings, friend.
Maybe he'll heal me till round 4 when I can play something. He likes it. Go ahead and give that one totem 1,000,000 health. Alright, we got a lot of options here. We will armor up. Out of all our options, armoring up made the most sense. The nice thing is that... Great. Why would he waste an ooze playing a warrior? Does he have another ooze? Or maybe he just is thinking, this guy doesn't have squat, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of it. Okay, so our choices here are... really the only good choice is there is not one. The good choice is armor up again. Just kidding. The good choice is shield block. Just kidding. We're going to play rifleman. I don't know.
Locked and loaded.
I don't know what we're doing here. This is just such a weird starting hand, and that ooze is freaking me out. Like, put an ooze out against a warrior before a weapon's equipped. It's just freaking me out. So I don't know. Just going to sit here and try to distract him. What else can we do? Just say hello again. So he doesn't want to trade this. He'll just go straight to our face with that. He's about to... Was he just going to kill us in one turn with an ooze that's taunted? This guy's crazy. We're playing a crazy shaman. I mean, I guess we got to trade with him there. Alright, so whenever a minion dies, gain 1 attack. So we're going to have 2 minions die. So this seems like this might be a good play. Draw a card, Divine Shield, blah, 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 blah. Let's do this. Whenever a minion dies, gain 1 attack.
Fire!
So now we got a 5-3. 4-3. 2 minions just died. Oh, I can't count. Math was not my strong suit. Alright, Cadrains. What are you going to do with this this growing zombie infestation you've got going on my side of the battlefield? We've got nothing to play turn 5. No, he likes it. He likes it. Was he going to throw this against it to get some... No? He'll attack me. He likes... I'm telling you, this guy likes totems. This shaman is a totem man. He will keep it... Whoa! Maybe if I don't play any cards, I can get this. Alright. So, if we just take him out real quick, we'll be a 5-1. Is that right? And then he can take us out with the totem. That's what he wants, I guess. If we take this guy out, we'll be a 5-2. We could take him out with this guy. Or we could just go to his face, which is the smart play. So that was a lot of wasted energy there thinking about all those things. We could probably draw a card here, and that would make this... We could get this out on the next turn, so we'll do that. Gnomish Inventor doesn't do us a lot of good right now, but it means that next turn we can pull that out. Alright, I have decided that we're going to smack this shaman around a little bit, see how it goes. Now he can take this growing thread out here if he would. Now it's a 5-1. Now it's a 6-0. Gone. So now what's he going to play? Alright, we don't like that Unbound Elemental. It's got Wind Fury now, so... As much as I want to play the Mountain Giant... As much as I want to do that... This guy's attacking... This guy's attacking twice, and what if he gets buffed up even more? What if he does? What if he does? It's just a Mountain Giant. It's just a Mountain Giant. If this thing gets out of control and we lose because I ignored that Unbound Elemental for a turn, I'm going to be furious. Could have gotten my Reaper out and just solved it right then and there. We're just going to hope he doesn't have Overload cards in his hand. That's what we're hoping. Don't be Overload. No Overload. Thank you. So what's he going to do here? Boom. And boom. See, that's weird. But okay. I mean, I don't mind trading this at all. Now I can't trade it. So, does this work on that? It does. Wow. Some removal right there. It's not going to let us draw a card, but we just get rid of the kitty cat real fast. Then we can also get our weapon equipped and take this silly guy out, and we'll just go north. Head north with our minions. I think I like that play. Oh, it's not going to let me. I should have known better. So the other thing we could do is we could still do this to here and actually draw a card. But you know, there'll be plenty of opportunities for that kind of thing. We could gain 5 armor and draw a card. So we've got 7 here. We actually could go Divine Shield it. Do a little Divine Shield action. And draw cards, but I think we stick to the original plan here, at least this part of the original plan. We still have 2 left, so we can armor up. We could take this silly one out.
I must choose.
He loves his totems. This thing will never die. He's going to double its health in a minute. It'll be an 012. I don't appreciate that very much. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Although, if we want to, we can just take it right out. We can just take it right out, or we can do 7 damage to him. Let's see what we're going to play. 8. We don't have any big cards except for this, and we haven't taken enough damage yet. Although, we're about to take some more. Hold on. Hold the fence. Let's just see what happens here. Boom. We have a new option, folks. Alright. So other than that, we could also get this guy out there and a couple of 2s. Other minions have charge. This seems like a good time for this, and then we'll surprise him. Surprise him with that other nonsense. Can we damage this guy? Is there any way to damage our guy? Deal 2 damage if it survives. 3, 4, 5. That is craziness. Let's see if this works. Oh, that's disgusting. Really? No, really, that is disgusting.
Hey, give me a minute.
So he's down to 3 health and we have a war axe, so it's looking good, but I really want to get this giant out. He's got to take... There are 2 cards that he has to remove here. This one and this one. And he needs to put Taunt out. So he can at least take... Oh... He's so close. He was so close to doing what he had to do. Except he still didn't have taunt, so it wouldn't matter. We won't make him feel bad and show him the fiery axe. We'll do that. So that match started off so rough with the card draw we got. But we drew into some great cards, and that zombie infestation was a distraction long enough to get some good stuff out there. So good little quick match there against the shaman. And this this charge free warrior deck strikes again. I say charge free just because it doesn't have those elites that I'm used to, but it does have 2 Warsong commanders. So I can't really say this is charge free. That would not be a correct statement. It's charge light. It's the diet charge of warrior decks. We found a worthy opponent here. It's very exciting.
Garrosh versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Look at this.
Victory or death.
Look at this mountain giant. I like it. I like it. We'll probably wait and get, well, I don't know what we're going to do, actually. It's very bizarre. We could go ahead and get Fiery War Axe out, just to have it out, and then
What
turn 2 we can armor up or get this out. I think we will. This is a priest, so until I see what kind of deck he has, I'm not willing to just start getting real aggressive. 3 damage against a priest with as much healing as he's going to have here in the next few turns probably wouldn't make that much of a difference. Alright, so we'll armor up, and then we'll go Cobra, probably. I don't have to save this for some magic moment to swap the attack and health of a minion, but
What now?
it's only a 2/2 by itself, so I don't necessarily want to just throw it out there and hope for the best. See what he plays. So now we want to get the Cobra out, I would assume. Actually, we'll do this, and we'll go ahead and take out that
What
bear with our
now?
axe. I mentioned before in the last arena run I did, I misplayed this card so many times in one match that even just getting it one bonus, that's a victory for me. Would there have been a chance a couple turns from now to get it plus 2 or 3 attack in one turn? Very possibly. But I'll take the small victories. So if we swap this thing's health and thing, we can use our, you know, its thing and its thing. We can use our fire axe to take it out, and then we've got a minion advantage, which is fine. Although against a
You love my new recipe.
against a priest, we may find it comes back and bites us. We're taking a lot of damage here, but we'll see. On turn 5, we do have a big taunt to put out there, which might help protect him a little bit. Depends on what he uses. If he's got AoE. So that has 3 health left. 3 health left. Let's go ahead and get our taunt out though and just attack him. Isn't that the right play? Don't we feel good about that? We're back in the lead in terms of health. Turn 6, we could go charge and Cobra, and then we're in control of who the Cobra attacks. That's the thing I don't like about Cobra early game, is if you don't have the ability to give it charge or have a taunt behind it, you are somewhat limited in your ability to control who you're taking out.
Must
We
consider.
must cleanse the
So if he's going to
sunwell.
buff this up, he's going to be able to... Yeah, that looks like good Cobra bait right about now. He's going to take this thing out in one turn. It's looking like good Cobra bait. We don't have a way of... We don't have a way of making this go Wind Fury attack thing. So we're going to stick to our plan. And we're going to take this out. And that means we're going to have 7-8 attack with 3 health. Unfortunately, there's no way to protect this from getting killed next turn, but look, we have gotten more out of this zombie than I would have legitimately asked for at the beginning of the match. He's drawing a card. Next turn he can mind control. We want to be careful on what we put out here. Very careful. Does he have something with 2 health? Yeah. Okay, we can Mortal Strike, but we also could just go this. Take out the Raptor. His little 2/4 can't take out anything that we would have on the board. And after this, we can still play the Rifleman or Mortal Strike or the Worgen.
Try this.
Now the question is, do we want to get this down to 3 health and trade to get it off the board and keep doing damage? 3, 4, 5, 6.
Locked and loaded. Watch this. Fire!
Alright, let's see what kind of removal he has.
Truth is my shield.
Good play. It's a good play. We could take the Divine Shield off and then kill it with 2 of our minions. and still not have used any mana.
Fire!
So now we've got 8 mana. We could do weapon, but then we wouldn't be able to get this. I think we get this out.
Silver Moon shall not fall.
And it might be time to go ahead and get this guy out. Because that will be 8 damage. And so we're in striking range.
Remember, kill for loss.
We don't have a way of damaging our Worgen. So now we're within striking range. We'll be able to do both Mortal Strike and the Reaper next turn. It looks good for a victory here, but you never know. Now we know. Now we know. Victory is in hand. So thank you to our zombie infestation, and our weapons also contributed heavily to that victory. Very nice. Well, 3-0. We should be going against the big boys now. Oh, which may prove to be difficult for our Diet Charge Warrior deck.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
So now we know there'll be, depends on what kind of mage deck they drafted, but probably a lot of removal. So putting all those minions, all those small minions on the board at the same time. Oh, what a draw! Putting all those small minions on the board at the same time, probably not going to work here. Probably need to sort of aim for the long haul, and even if we have the opportunity to, not stack the board with too many early minions.
Greetings.
Because she will
Hello.
just clear them off.
Someday I'll be just like you.
If she puts another minion out there for us to kill with our axe, we'll probably go ahead and put that ghoul out there with it. Yeah, she wants no part of doing that again. So even though we're at 3, I think we're gonna go to the dragon here. It's such a good 2 card. It actually does better than some 3s. It's a 3-2 versus a 2-3, but I'd like to save the ghoul to at least have a chance to buff it when we do put it out there. Alright, now we've got some exploration to do on the secret. And I don't know the secrets well enough. So let's go ahead and do this. It's not that. The cheapest minion we have to test is this. I hate to because it's going to kill it if it's... What secret does she have out? Counterspell? Would it be Counterspell? I have no idea. The only spell we have right now to test it would be Mortal Strike, and we really don't have many spells in this deck, so... I don't know.
Pay attention, class.
She didn't have any... We'll trade that. A 2 for a 4. We don't want to let her start building up, getting spells out there. We don't really want that. Yeah. So if we're gonna do that, we're gonna put our ghoul out.
What now?
Die, landlubber.
Huh. Again, I just don't know what the secret is. We don't have another weapon out, so we're going to save it. Kind of going slow burn here against the mage. The secret has slowed us down for one thing, but again, we don't necessarily want to let all our minions get killed in one blizzard or whatever else she's going to do. So there's one fireball. She could have one more fireball in the deck, 6 damage. Well, actually, she could have more than that. This is arena. She could have no more. Or she could have 3 more. We don't know. So at 6, we could go ahead and hit with the weapon now, and then pull this out.
I wonder.
At 7, we may go Commander Yeti together.
Try this.
Again, we're not overcommitting. Is it just me, or does it feel like this mage is just trying to sucker us into something? But even still, according to what she has out, I mean, we can get 4 damage with the charge of this commander. What in the world? So we can do 2 damage. Oh, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do, folks.
Charge forward.
Now she has suckered us into
I've been inside that
I've just never seen that card before. The Beast. Summon a Finkel Einhorn for your opponent. It's a 9/7 for 6 mana. That's pretty good. Alright.
Strike. Watch this.
Put her down to 7 mana. That's getting to be in striking range of a lot of things. We'll save the other weapon for as we need it. Now, if she has any of her spells to take care of the insanity that's in front of her, this is when she'll do it. So that'll be a 5/5. That doesn't stack twice, does it?
You win.
Well, we'll never know. I think it would have just been a 5/5 even though she had 2 secrets. Alright. Puddin 601. Good game. That mage just couldn't get going, and we got lucky with her card draw or card draft or something. Alright. Diet Charge Warrior deck, 4-0. 4-0 on this deck. I'm sorry, but this deck is not 4-0 worthy. It's turning out to work pretty well. Some of the cards are working pretty well together, and it's a good deck, I guess. But 4-0, I don't see that. I don't see that.
Garrosh versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. Victory or death!
I don't mind that Drake in a original card pool. I mean, an early pool there, but this is much better. And I wanted to send the Drake back just to give us a better chance of getting some more of these lower cards. I didn't know we were going to get that many. We have both commanders here early on. Alright, so round 2 we're going to pull out something. What are we going to pull out round 2? If we go Wind Fury, we may have the potential of attacking something that would give us.
What now?
Could be an interesting play. I'm not going to play the ghoul right now. I think we will go. We'll go Worgen. We're going to go Worgen and see how this plays out. He's not going to attack the Worgen. He may use a spell to just go ahead and take out the Worgen and just remove it. No, he's going to trade. Okay, that's kind of weird. He's going to take them both out. So that's a good play. It's unfortunate we don't have a weapon right now. In fact, we may have to waste a commander just to get something out there.
Charge forward!
If it survives this turn, then we can throw something out to attack immediately, but he's going to have some intense card draw here momentarily. Now, what we can do, according to what he pulls out here, is this maybe... Interesting. Okay. Well, at least he won't have the insane card draw. Okay, now at this point, I think we wait one more turn before getting out the commander. I mean, look, I think there, and this is something I've got to learn. I think there's a time for waiting for a card to take its full effect, and then there's a time where you suffer more by not having something out there, and so you just need to get something out there. He's still drawing a lot of cards. He's drawn 2 more cards than us so far. We do have the ability to remove that now if we want. Alright, there's a good card for 5, because then at 6 we have the choice of one big aggressive card, taunt, a pretty big taunt, or at 6 we can go Warsong Ghoul combination. So we're going to go Yeti. We are going to get this off the board so that we can slow his card draw down. And if he wants to take that out here, he can. More likely he'll go here. Although with a hunter, he's likely able to buff this beast, and then he may be able to take our Yeti out. We just want to hang in there with him, and we'll trade our Yeti. I mean, we'll take that out with our Yeti. We're not gonna. Please don't. Okay, thank you. So now it's gonna do. It's gonna probably do 2 damage to our Yeti here if we don't take it out. All right, so we could go. We could go War Axe. Let's see. We could go put the Ghoul out. Take this out. That would be 1 buff. War Axe, take that out. That would be 2 buffs. And then we're sitting there with a Yeti and a buffed Ghoul. We'll still have this for the next turn potentially. I think I like that. Let's go ahead and get the Ghoul out so we don't forget. Gotta watch our health. A hunter can drain you pretty quickly because he's using his special ability, as well as many of his cards do direct damage to you. So okay, so we just we know he's going to hit us one more time for 5, which can take out our Yeti. Only thing to protect it would be to put taunt out, but then the taunt goes, so it's not necessarily a great play either. We could go ahead and put. It's too bad we don't have something we could pair with the commander. But I think if we go ahead and put the Drake out and armor up, we at least know that we'll still have a 4/4 card after he uses his weapon that he'd have to use something else to take out. So we're going to armor up. We don't have another weapon available, so we'll save it. Let's see if he does in fact take out.
Blood and plunder.
So he got a free card there with taunt. This is going to be a good turn for him if he does take out one of our 4s with his So we could attack with 7. Let's see. Attack that and that.
What now?
We can get rid of that. Let's see. Is that the best play? If we had 9, it would be even better, but I don't really want to just put this out there because that golem will easily destroy it. Okay, I think we put this and this. So what this does is gives this charge so we can go ahead and use it. We're going to go ahead and take this out and get it out of the equation. Now the choice is, unless he plays something else, we know he'll have to take this out next turn, and then it would have 4 health, which we could take it out with that card or possibly one of our other cards. I think we go ahead and take the damage out on him directly. We'll see if that comes back and bites us, because we could have taken his golem off the board, and if he buffs that thing up, I don't think he'll be able to though. Alright, so he's got another taunt. That's a good play. It does protect the problem. I mean, the good thing for us though is we can play this now, and we can just take it right out. Alright, so we can do 2 of these together. Wait a minute. Yeah. Alright, let's think this through. If we do this, it's going to have 3 health, so we can take that out and it'll still be alive. Then we'll have this, that we can just go ahead and take out the golem or attack him directly.
I wonder.
So now, it could get cheaper. All we need is 4 here, and it's going to do 7 damage, so it's going to take out either one of these. We want to protect the taunt. We just need 4 damage. Just need 4 damage. We'll see what he's able to do. If he's able to take out... Don't be the pig. If he's able to take out our commander here, or if he chooses to, basically if he's able to take out both, it kind of ruins our plan. He's probably going to do multi-shot. What's it called?
I'll put it on your tab.
Okay, so he's going to bring it back in. No, he's not. Alright. I think that was a mistake. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
The gates are open.
You just can't leave the Warsong Commander out there that early. If you're playing a warrior and they've got a Warsong Commander out with cards in their hand, unless you've got full health, and even then, you just can't leave it out there. He had the chance to take it off the table, and I'm sure he had something great planned for the next hand, and maybe could have won, but it was way risky for him to leave our Warsong Commander out there like that. I need a bio break, but I don't want to stop. Don't want to stop. Our Diet Charge Warrior deck is doing well, 5-0. Blows my mind a little bit, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
Garrosh versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
So again, we got to look out for things like Consecrate. terms of removal, we'll get rid of those and keep the Cobra. At least we know we'll have something low mana cost. Not terrible. Not a terrible starting hand. If we can draw into some stuff, we might hold on to the Cobra and see how things go. First time we've had Inner Rage out, I think, since we've been playing this. In the last 5 games, I don't think I've seen Inner Rage at all. Paladins do have weapons, so it's potentially worth holding on to the ooze for as long as we can, as long as it makes sense. We may have to play it here though. All right, he's going to recruit, so we'll probably trade. The thing we don't want to take a chance on is him getting those low-cost spells to start buffing up his recruits, because then he's got not only the we're just going to go ahead. I mean, we're not going to hold on to it forever. We're going to go ahead and get out the Cobra. So he knows whatever he puts out there right now is going to be an easy target. So he may just recruit again.
You like my invention?
Or go ahead and do that so he can just draw a card. So we're going to go probably Silver Moon Guardian here. We should be able to...
Silver Moon shall not fall.
We'll take that. So this is a 5 cost. Good play. So we're at turn 5 here. We can draw a card. We could go other minions have charge and swap the attack and health. That would have 3 health and we can kill it. And
Charge forward! You love my new recipe. Remember, kill for lust. Don't rush me.
it worked out. This little guy has worked out for us. Nothing major, no like real game-changing moments, but these little moments where we're able to take out something, make a trade that would have been a more expensive trade without the swap. So the Alchemist has worked out for us. He's going to go weapon, so he'll only get one swing here, and he's just trying to clear the board as best he can. And he may have tons more weapons, so that's fine. It's just a chance we'll have to take. And we're going to go ahead and do our War Axe here. Go ahead and equip it, armor up. We probably won't use it.
Don't rush me.
We probably will not use the War Axe this turn. We are really low on cards, and if you look up here, he has 8. So unless our card draws are just really good, he's going to slowly whittle away. Okay, not so slowly. Pretty quickly, potentially. Whittle away what's on the board, and
Reporting for duty.
I think we need to go taunt here. I don't know. We could go this and armor up, and then go taunt next turn.
What
Unless he has something to charge. Again, I would not normally trade here. I would go right at his face, but I don't want to make the mistake of allowing him to start buffing his free minions. He's down to 16 health. So next turn, we'll probably go Lord of the Arena.
I am the blade of the goddess.
That's a good play for him. Shoot. I would assume when we attack this here, it's not gonna... Well, we might as well just find out.
The gates are open.
Oh, me. 6, 7, 8. Or we could take it out and still have 1 health here. Or we could take it out and get rid of our Warsong Commander and probably get another one soon. We can armor up. Oh, that's what we can do. I'm glad I saw that. I almost made a mistake there. I think that's a much better exchange than doing the other way and getting our taunt card all the way down to 1 health before it's even had a full turn on the table. That taunt card right now is the only thing protecting us from having no minions on our side with very little card draw. All he needs is 1 more consecration and he's probably in pretty good shape. Alright, we may have to trade there. Let's see. So this would get it down to 3. And then that would take it out. And then we can still get a weapon out and get 5 armor. And
Try this.
Farewell.
Watch this.
so this would take it down to 5 health. He's just got too many cards to... I'm not going to get aggressive or get sloppy. We'll see.
My eyes are open.
Still has 6 mana. A lot of options he's got right now.
For Najatar.
He doesn't have a lot of removal in his deck, or at least he's not using it. We saw the 1 consecrate. Alright.
Locked and loaded.
Now let's see how we want to remove this. 5 health. 2 or 3, 2. Well, no, 3, 2. Get rid of these 2 and get rid of it, and then we can bring out this fella, and we'd still have... Actually, what am I talking about? We've got more than enough damage here. I don't even know why I was messing around with that last exchange. I almost put myself in a position where we couldn't get the victory on that turn by fooling around at the beginning of it. But anyway, pay attention to the amount of attack you have and the amount of health they have left. Alright, 6 wins. If you're keeping track at home, still no bio break. Pretty sure we're not going to take a bio break till we get our first loss. I think after this match, or after our first loss, and we take a bio break, we're also going to review the cards that are in this deck. I want to think about
Victory on deck. I will crush you.
if it's luck or what's going on with this deck, why it's performed so well, at least thus far. This is the first opponent we've had that's been a warrior. So some of the warrior's abilities may neutralize this deck to a degree. We've been so fortunate on getting many of these matches. We have gotten a 1 mana cost card that has at least gone ahead and had charge or whatever and done 1 damage early on. It's been really nice. So we can go ahead and fire axe here. We've got one more. This next turn we can get out the Yeti if we want to with the coin use. We'll see what he pulls out. Surely he's not going to use that on our minion. Okay. That's one way of doing it. Oh, now that's tempting, isn't it? We could go Crazed Alchemist and Stone Tusk. Get 2 minions out there without using the coin, and then use Yeti next turn, not using the coin. Or we can use the coin and get Yeti out there and just be in a place of strength. His weapon's got 3 attacks, so it's not going to take the Yeti out in one turn. And we're going to save our weapon. We don't have another one yet. Yeti turn 3 is very annoying to deal with. He obviously could use his weapon and get it down to 2 health. That's a good play. I like the Drake. As soon as you can play it, it's a nice play. So let's see what we can do though. 1 damage there, 1 damage there. That would be 2, and then 3. That would take it off the board, and we'd still have the Yeti. We take the damage, but the only downside of this play is that how many cards did we just use on that to take the Yeti out? We basically used one of our weapon swings, a 1 mana, and the ability off of a 2 mana. So probably an okay trade. That Drake, because of how many cards he had in his hand, was about equal, exactly equal to a Yeti. We'll have to attack that with the with our Yeti.
Back to work.
And it'll take out our Yeti, but we can't leave it up. The other thing we could do is switch its attack and health, but then it's got 6 health, so that's no fun. We could technically take it out with a weapon, but man, we are just absorbing a lot of attack at that point.
I wonder.
Is it better to get rid of the Yeti or?
Try this.
Job's done.
By playing that way, we have... Oh, did we still have a weapon swing? We did. We could have taken him out as well. By playing that way, we've made it where even though we've, in a sense, been winning this match in a lot of ways, we have... he's just trying to get card draw. Even though we've been winning this match in a lot of ways, we've basically put ourselves at an even place with him on hit points. He's got 17, we've got 18. And that's because we've used our weapon so much to... so there's another card draw. We'll have to take that out. What we don't have right now is one of our commanders to give us charge. Which often, in other games, we've usually had it out by now. So, all right, we'll go ahead and bring out the ogre. Take this guy out. Go here. 6, 10, 13, and we have a weapon. So he's got some work to do. We've only got 1 swing on the weapon, so we're going to hold off on it. We still have the Crazed Alchemist to do some tricks with the attack and health. If one attack makes a difference, we could always switch our own. If he doesn't do any damage to us, we're not going to be able to... Not going to be able to pull the Molten Giant this turn. This warrior's, I mean, he's still in this game. You know, it depends on what he has, if he can switch this or not. So he's going to buy some time here. Gorehal's how great would it be to draw and lose right now?
Blood and plunder.
So you got a free card. No ooze for us. We do get a taunt, which we'll go ahead and put that down. Go ahead and put the taunt down.
The gates are open.
Take this out here.
Yes.
I don't think there's any point in hitting him now, putting him at 1 health. Since we can't finish him this turn, save the weapon. He can take out our taunt with his gore howl. It's a great weapon. I love the gore howl. But the fact that if you don't have to use it on minions, you can do that 7 attack to a hero. That's really nice when you can do that. But it also can keep you in the game. Another taunt card. See if you use gore howl to try to swing this back. Interesting. Why would you do that? Why on earth would you do that? So if I'm not mistaken, we can do this.
Farewell.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we do still have some work to do here. We should have pulled this before we used the weapon. That's
Well
okay.
played. Well played.
And just to be sure, we're going to put something out here that can't be targeted by spells. Armor up and see what he can do. I mean, he can take our taunt out with his gore howl, but I don't think he's going to be able to damage us for 16 health in 1 turn, even though he does have 9 mana and 6 cards in his hand. He's drawing a lot more cards than we have with that Battle Rage. So he's got charge. He can take that out. 6. He can do 6 damage to this. I mean, unless he has one of those crazy legendaries in his deck. Gonna draw a card, see if that gives him anything. Now he can take it out with gore howl.
Pandaria will be ours.
He's gotta use gore howl now. Gotta use gore howl on this. All right. No bio break for me. No bio break for me. Well, the good news here is we've reached 7 wins. No losses, but 7 wins, so we've most likely paid for this arena. Had fun playing and paid for the arena.
Garrosh versus Rexxar.
Let the hunt begin. Victory or death.
I'm telling you, that is a decent starting hand right there. I mean, I wish that we had a different 2, but I don't want to risk sending them back. We're just going to keep it. We've got the coin on round 1. We can go ahead and equip Fiery War Axe if we want. Oh man, that is a good 2 to put out there. It is possible that the warrior will have a weapon. I mean, the hunter will have a weapon, but it's not as likely as a paladin or a warrior. So we're going to play Ooze, Fiery War Axe most likely second, unless he puts a lazy minion out. And he's going to just take the 3 damage from the Ooze here. I mean, we couldn't ask for a much better start, so let's see if we can hold it together here. If he doesn't do anything too scary, we can go ahead and draw a card here. So do we want to get something back out on the table? We don't have a 3, and none of those really make sense. That doesn't help. So now Yeti can come out. If he puts something with 3 health or less, we'll just axe it and put Yeti out. Looks like he's gonna put something small out. Nothing at all. He's just sort of chilling out. We can draw a card next turn with the Drake if there's not a compelling reason to play something else.
You gotta be kidding me!
So we could do 4 damage, get it down to 2. We'd still have to axe it, which is gonna hurt because it's a 7 mana card. The way this deck has been working has been basically has been not to sit back. So he's using a 6 to take out a 4. Kind of works for us. The Ogre is a pretty hefty play here. It works though. Nothing else makes a ton of sense. We still have a swing on the axe. We should be able to play.
Give me a quest.
How many cards is he going to play on top of that? 'Cause we may have to trade. You don't want to mess around with the questing adventurer. Every time he plays a card, he gets 3. He may have had 3 minions he could play this turn. His little beast minions, if he has many of those, and that would have suddenly been a 6/6. Maybe the best legendary in the game. I don't know if that's true. It feels like it is. So this does 1 damage to it, 2 damage to it. No point in swapping anything. Probably just need to get cards out and try to survive this. We can go...
My blade be thirsty.
See what he plays here, because it is a random minion, so if he plays a minion, there's a 33% chance it could hit his versus my 2 minions. Guess we're about to find out. Wow. Alright, we can do 1, 2, okay, 2, 3, 4, 8. And then he'll have all of this on the board.
I wonder.
Or we can ignore it and hope that it starts attacking his minions. I don't know if we're strong enough to survive all this if we take it out, but I think we've got to. So that would be 6, 5, 6. Maybe we wait another turn and just hope that it does something good for us.
I must choose.
9 damage is what he can do right now.
Nice strike.
He can do 9 damage to us, and if it hits us again instead of one of his minions or him, then we're gone. It's a good play. For him, that was a good play. He took out one of our, basically led to taking out 2 of our minions. So it's kind of a 50-50 here on who this fireball goes at.
I am the blade of the goddess.
He'll live through it if it hits him. We'll live through it because he hasn't attacked us,
I'll
but
put it on your tab.
thought he was gonna take the. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, at this point, we can't. We can't do anything to this. Just gotta hope our luck changes with that. So, 1 damage.
Back to work.
We have to take that out.
One shot, one kill.
We've only got 5 health. This doesn't say enemy on it, does it? Oh, it does, to a random enemy. I'm so ignorant here. So it's definitely going to hit one of ours. I guess we're just hoping it hits the archer. We've got 1 health. Game over. Good news is we can take a bio break. And we do not want to face that again in this arena run here. I haven't unlocked that card yet in my normal deck. Got a ton of dust. That is such an interesting card, and when you play it, I mean, I don't know. I guess if I had remembered that it always attacks an enemy, it might have been worth the risk of just taking it out there earlier and then seeing if we could have come back. But at that point, he would have had so many minions on the board, and we would have had so few, as in none. I don't think that would have worked either, but who knows. Alright, be right back. Yeah, if I had realized that was going to be attacking me every time, certainly would have played that different. I don't think it would have been a different result, but I would have played it different.
Versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
I think this is the second priest we faced in this run. Again, pretty good draw here. Pretty good draw. The thing to remember on a priest is once you're at turn 8, they can do, or one of the many things to remember about a priest, I guess I should say. They can do mind control.
One shot.
And take over one of your minions. Take over one of your big minions. So you need to have something in your hand or on the table already that can deal with any minion that they may take over, whether it's a big taunt or one of your, like in our case, maybe one of our 8/8s. If he takes over one of those, we can't let that be the game changer. An aggressive play might be to go ahead and get the commander out. And if he doesn't take it out, we do have 2 commanders, so it wouldn't be the end of the world if
I'll give it a shot.
we're gonna try it. All that means is that next turn, one of our 3s can come out and attack immediately, according to what he does here. We want to save that. That'll work really well with the Worgen if we can kind of maybe get the Worgen out first, and if it makes it through a turn, use this on top of it. So we've got 3 right now. Probably a good time to get the Ghoul out. At least we know it'll benefit a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and
I'll give it a shot.
For the well song.
I'll give it a shot.
trade there. Decided to go ahead and let our minion die as well, because each minion that dies, whether it's yours or the enemy's, does buff the zombie. It's really tempting to play this, get this down to 2 damage, and it'll have 4 attack, but go ahead and sacrifice this, and that'll buff this times 2 more, and it'll attack that turn. And if we do that, we can play that and then armor up. Let's do it.
Back to work.
For the welcome!
Your
Probably
magic shall not save you.
I was about to say it's probably the last we'll see of this card, but we had fun while it lasted. Lots of fun. All right.
Silvermoon shall not fall.
No problem.
Yeah, if we trade here, then it takes both of these minions to take out his 1 minion.
No problem.
So we're going to go hit him directly and then let him decide what he wants to do next turn. He may have cards to basically turn the tables here on us. We'll see. If he had a ghoul right now to play, it would be a good time for it, but If we Mortal Strike it, then all we can do is put out the Raider. If we... Or we can put out the Ogre. We know that next turn he won't be able to mind control it, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Remember, kill the loss.
Is someone injured?
Kind of have to assume right now that he has mind control. Mind control would cost 8 mana, so he would take the Ogre from us, but we should be able to take it out with the Cobra next turn since it's on the table. Need some cards. Shadow Word. Oh, interesting. Well. It's one of the least painful mind controls I've ever seen. Again, he has card advantage right now, so rushing doesn't make sense, I don't think.
Pass me that arc light spanner!
Question now becomes, does he have a second mind control?
Let me change your mind. No!
I just don't know. I can't get a read on this priest. He hasn't done any damage to us, hardly. How much removal does he still have in his deck? Is it a safe time to play the Mountain Giant? Or do we just top deck it or not play anything? Well, with this deck, I think we got to go down swinging and not wait around forever. Man, that's a much more painful mind control. Much more painful. That's game over, I think. Not this turn necessarily, but him giving that extra health. Still can't afford the Molten Giant. It's like it didn't damage us enough to...
Locked and loaded. Ruktar
That's all we can do, folks. Looks like Fran is going to get us 14, 16 damage. That would leave us 6 health, and we're not going to have anything to really do about it next turn. We don't get an interesting draw here. Oh my goodness.
Charge forward!
Let's see. Obviously we could take that out. He's still going to have 8 there. He's going to have 12. We can pretty much end it. We could give this 10 attack and go right at him, but then it is game over. We could take out that here and that there.
Choose. Well played.
I got the best deals anywhere.
So a good game by Fran the Priest. Oh, so much mind control, and then buffing and adding health. Maybe we would have been better off not to ever play the big cards until we saw at least 2 mind controls come out. But I'm not sure we would have lasted at that point too long anyway either. Alright, so let's just take a quick look at this deck before we start our next fight match, since the next match could be our last one. This deck got us to be 7-0, and then we've run into just a couple of really rough matchups. One had the... what's the name of the legendary? Ragnarok. I don't know if it's Ragnaros or someone else, but it does 8 damage to an enemy every turn, and there was nothing we could do about that. Or at least I don't think there was. And then last round, just a priest that waited for us to put cards down that he wanted to mind control and took over the match. So we've got Inner Rage here, Elven Archer, Stone Tusk Boar, 1 Fiery War Axe, 1 Slam, an Ooze, Blood Cell Raider, which has a couple times come out on top of a weapon that's buffed it further. Crazed Alchemist has really shown through to been a helpful card in a couple small instances. Cruel Taskmaster, good removal. We've used it to buff ourselves. We used it to remove Fairy Dragon, one of the better 2 cards. Shield Block for a little bit of card draw. The Cobra, we have gotten some good use out of the Cobra. The Ghoul has been a definite star for us in this deck. The Berserker's been good whenever a minion takes damage, game 1 attack. He's buffed up a little bit. He's become a target. He hadn't really been able to stay on the board long because of his abilities, but 1 damage from the Rifleman has been helpful. A couple of Warsong Commanders, and there's been a couple matches where having charge has been the difference in winning. Another weapon, Yeti, one of the best 4s. Mortal Strike really hasn't had that big of an impact. 1 match it did, but not that much. Nomus Inventor, another drawing card ability. Silverman Guardian's been okay. Another weapon. The weapons have been great. The Drake giving us drawing a card. It also, with that spell damage plus, has made made us be able to take off 2 damage instead of 1 with Inner Rage. The taunt card has been helpful. Ogre has been good. Arena was good early in the first couple matches, and then our big hitters, which have been good except for when we played the Priest. So that's what this deck has looked like. If you see the graph here, a lot of 2 and 3, some 4, and then it dies down, but enough down there that it's been okay. So it's been a successful deck. We'll see if we're going to get it 8 wins or if we have completely stalled out at 7. But I've certainly enjoyed playing the deck. I've been surprised at how well it did. After the card selection, just realizing that it was missing so much charge and didn't have as many weapons as I typically do in a warrior deck. I was not expecting this kind of run, so it's been a good surprise.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for
Second or third mage we played. I think the third mage we played. I don't know how many times this is that we have just kept our starting hand, but we've been getting some pretty good cards.
You shall not pass.
I'm sorry, but I have a question here. If I swap the health and attack of this minion, does it die? Can somebody answer me that, please, quickly? I mean, this will be starting us off to a bad start if this doesn't work, but I just have to know.
You love my new recipe.
Oh, that was just too much fun. I mean,
Well played.
it was okay. Thanks. I mean, it wasn't like
My
it was for
thanks.
science, really. Is what it was for. So I can't believe that. We'll go ahead and get the war axe out.
Rush me.
Unbelievable. So our coin is gone because of the silly experiment we did, but because normally turn 3 here I'd throw the Yeti out with the coin, but
Locked and loaded.
as it is, we're probably going to have to put, well, let's see, I don't know, we may just use war axe and armor up. Let's see what we have. We could also just take it out with slam, although we lose the card draw ability. See, if we put this out here, it's just going to take too much damage between their special ability and I'm not crazy about slamming
What
this
now?
early just to get rid of that when we can just fire axe it.
Ruptar Ogre!
I think we'll fire axe here, and we are going to put the War Sound Commander out, and my thinking here is that not that it's going to survive this, I think she'll find a way to destroy it. A 2 mana card, and if she can polymorph, I mean there's something she'll do to it, I'm sure. But we're going to draw some resources out. Go ahead and get her to start spending some of her abilities. Huh. She still has 3 mana left. Is she going to summon something with it, or is she going to just do a point of damage? It's interesting. It's really interesting.
Ruptar Ogre!
For the welcome!
Ruptar Ogre!
This is going to summon a 2/1, so it won't be able to kill anything. We have our next axe out, our Reaper. So I think that's an okay play. Let's see what she does with 5 mana. With our 5 mana, our really only good option, unless we draw something right now, is the Reaper. We wouldn't play our other commander this early, unless we just had to. Now she can take it out. This puts us in a difficult position because I hate to waste the Yeti on whatever secret she has. But I don't see another good way to test it. Okay, so that means it'll either come out when we summon something, so I'm hoping we'll get a low cost minion next turn, or the secret may come out when we do a spell and it would be a counter spell. I think those are the only other two options, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. So that means our Yeti days are numbered. The Yeti will be taken out by the Panther next turn if she wants to trade. Oh, that is not the card I want to see this happen to. Alright.
Charge forward! Charge forward!
X marks the spot.
Well played.
Alright. So, I did not want to put the other commander out this early, but I had to put something out before I summoned the raider because I knew she was going to have a lot of attack based on our weapon, and I didn't want, if that secret was summon a copy of it, I didn't want that to be there. So now instead of taking our Yeti out with her Panther, she ended up having to take our raider out, but we got one turn of damage in first. This is almost like a taunt card. I mean, we're not going to let that stay up, most likely. She could have a big minion in there. We're not going to take that chance. We do have a taunt of our own that we can put up. We also could use that to take... that is what we want to do. We could also use that for slam. We can either save it for removal for later to help with taking off hit points, or we can go ahead and attack it with the slam, and we'll get a card draw. I think we will do that because it maximizes the amount of damage we can do to our opponent this turn. So we can go ahead and take that out with that, and we're still doing 7 damage this turn. We still have 5 here, but we're going to save it. Now she's in a predicament because anything she plays, we have a taunt up that's protecting this from, and this will give. So like
Well played.
Yeah, that's game over. If she didn't have so low a hit points, we could play the Cobra and attack because it has charge. So. But anyway,
Well,
go ahead and end this right now and get our 8th victory. So here in the last couple days, or last 3 days I think, we've had 2 9-win runs. Recorded one of them, and it was with a warrior, and that was I think 2 or 3 days ago, and that's on our channel. And then also we had one shaman run that ended up with 9 wins, and my kids helped me pick the deck out. It was kind of just for fun. I wasn't recording it, and then once I got to 8 wins, I decided to record the 9th victory, and I actually didn't record audio while I was playing that last match, so I'm going to go back and add some commentary. So we'll add that. But anyway, this one all comes down to this, to see if we're going to go 8-2 or 9-1. Would love to get another 9-win at this point, but it's been a success either way. It's been a lot of fun. supposedly there is a some maintenance time here coming up in about half an hour. So we'll probably, during that maintenance time, we'll have some time to edit and upload some videos and work on some commentary for the other videos. It all comes down to this.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
So we'll send this, actually we'll send these two back. Just see if maybe we can get at least one more decent early card here. Yeah, it worked out okay. We've got the War Axe to play on either round 1 or 2, and then we'll see what else we draw from there. Nothing else is great for early game, but in fact we may have to play a little more slowly than we normally would, although I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to resist just
Hello.
going ahead and taking that out. This is set up whenever she casts a spell, she gets +1 attack forever, not just for that turn. So that thing can grow before. If you have a bad starting hand and a mage plays that, or a priest or whoever. Actually, is that a mage card? I think that's a specifically a mage card. Anyway, they can get that thing buffed up before you have a chance to really get anything out on the battlefield. So we still have our weapon, so I feel okay about armoring up this turn and not throwing out our Taskmaster since it doesn't have anything to do out there. It's only a 2/2. It's not the best 2 card, and if nothing else, we can either put it out next turn or put our commander out next turn. We're saving our other swing on the axe until we get it, a reason to use it other than just going to their face. A little early to be doing that. We do have another weapon to sit here though. We can armor up faster than she can damage us. It's interesting because she's really kind of hanging out too. This is a great card to put out at this point, I would think. And next turn will be round 4. Probably we'll be getting the weapon out, so there are other options, but I think I want to go ahead and take some damage off while we have a chance. So now she will feel more comfortable to play something, even if it has 3 or less health, since our War Axe is gone, and that's probably what she was waiting for. She's got 2 of those now, so we can trade one. Let's see. And the other thing we could do is slam one and take it out. And I think we'll do it this way.
Try this.
I mean, I hate to just trade like this, but this lets her. She's gonna have 5 mana, so potentially she'd be able to do 2 3-mana spells. Or is that just the first spell or every spell? Every spell. I just can't leave one of those up. We've still got a weapon swing, and now we've got something out here. We haven't put. So now she has 3 mana left. She can still get something. Okay. So again, we've run into this before. She can possibly get a copy of whatever we summon right now. So we want it to be like not that. We don't want to give her spell damage. We could do this because it's only a 2/2 and we'll just get the damage at her. I think that's a good play.
Locked and loaded.
She won't get the battlefield.
Locked and loaded.
We have 2 mana left. We could take it out with Slam. We could just take it out with our War Axe. We'll go the conservative route since it's 26 to 26 health and we both have plenty of cards. What's she doing here? Huh. So this is whenever a minion takes damage, gain 1 attack. We would assume that she's going to attack this with her, maybe her hero ability next turn. What's she saving up for here? It's kind of a weird play there. She just didn't have any cards to play. All her cards are too big, or they're spells, and she didn't feel like it was a good time to play them. So this one makes sense. We'll gain 1 attack if she does kill that off. The other thing we could do is this.
Charge forward! The blade be thirsty.
Now the only problem is we're inviting a blizzard or an AoE spell here.
I strike.
And that could wipe the board. But if it would have to do 4 damage if it, yeah, there's Flame Strike. Maybe that's what she was holding back for, probably. We're not going to throw too many minions out there too quickly again. She's got us in a little bit of a precarious spot if we allowed her to flame strike us to death again. Be bad news. So she's got a lot of removal. A lot of removal in her deck. Let's see how much more removal she has. We could also draw a card. I think we'll wait though, because this will let us armor up since we're about to. Let's see what she has. She may have another polymorph.
I am the essence of magic.
Holy cow. We can't take that off the table in 1 turn.
My magic will tear you apart.
What's my thanks?
So I don't know that we want anything else out there right now. Attack here. I think we want to go ahead and have it within killing range though. We could get it down to 5. That would give it more attack. It's already going to be able to kill us if she wants to trade, which she probably will not. She'll probably not trade. I just don't know if we should get anything else out right now.
Job done.
Let's see what spell she does. She can do 5 additional damage.
I'll never tell.
Yeah, my instinct to not put anything else out there with that would have been correct. There. Would have been correct.
Back to work.
Guess what? As usual, we misplayed the flesh-eating ghoul. I guess we're sort of hoping that we can take a little damage here without taking too much so that we can bring the giant out. We can take that out. That's a trade that she'll make. She still has 8 mana.
Sometimes I forget things.
She can do 8 damage. She can make the trade if she wants to. Actually, we should do this. This one will just go down in cost. This one will go up in cost. little low on cards, is the good news. We're a little low on health, which means next turn we can take out Ghoul, this, and this potentially. She's making a run here. We've got 11 health. Alright, she freezes that. This is down to a 1 cost. Can't tell you how much I wish we had.
Silver Moon shall not fall.
Can't tell you how much I wish we had a taunt right now. And of course, if she draws a blizzard or something else and swings this back without us having a chance to attack, it's going to be... There we go. Flame strike. We need something good here. We need something better than that.
Charge forward.
That'll work. Alright, we're going to trade here. All our cards are on the table. Question is, what does she have? Can she do 10 damage?
Well played.
Nope.
Well,
We're going to get our 9 wins here, folks. Good game.
well played.
Aether almost had us there, but so at 30 we get golden shield block. So there we have it. Oh, another warrior deck, really different than our last one that made it to 9 wins, but another 9-win warrior deck, very exciting. Let's see what we got. And we'll go in the rewards counterclockwise. We try to hold for, this will be a pack of cards. So we've got 180 gold, more than pays for an arena. We have a golden mass dispel, silence all enemy minions, draw a card. And a golden cold-blooded, give minion +2 attack combo, so that looks like a rogue ability. So there you have it. Another good arena run. It's been fun. I continue to be surprised by the decks that do really well, and then sometimes I've got a deck that I'm like, now this seems like a great deck, and it goes 1 and 3. So really interesting how that plays out. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you in Hearthstone.
Bye bye, Nods.